Hey everybody, Grimble here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to Batman Caped Crusader Episode 5. So I enjoyed last episode. It was really cool to see more involvement, as I mentioned in the discussion, with the other characters outside of Batman and seeing what their motivations are and seeing how they're adapting to this concept of a vigilante in the city, especially within the police department, and Commissioner Gordon, and how he has to deal with both the mayor, really upset that Batman is existing and causing all those problems in his city and giving him bad press, but also dealing with the corrupt cops within his own precinct. People like Flask and Bullock, right? Like, he has to root those people out and find a way to get rid of them because he is a decent man at heart and he wants to do what's best. And he recognizes something I also noticed, and I didn't mention it in my post-discussion last time, but he does recognize something in Detective Montoya. He knows that she is also a decent person, and he's trying to keep her close and that's, I think, why he gave her the assignment for Batman, because he trusts her judgment and believes that she isn't going to do things for the wrong reasons like Flask and Bullock did, right? So it was fun to see exploring these other characters and getting to know their stories a little bit more, seeing the connections with things like Dr. Quinzel and Barbara Gordon, and brings up questions, as I'm sure we're about to get some answers to, because I noticed in a screenshot of this upcoming episode, it's kind of hard to ignore, the big clown outfit that looks like Harley Quinn. So I'm a little confused because, Joker was a big part of making Harley Quinn who she is. So I do hope they don't ignore that, but it does seem like they might be changing that quite a bit because there is no Joker, at least that we have seen so far. Maybe we'll get introduced to him in this episode. I don't know. But I'm not, very confused. So I guess before I come up with any more theories, it's probably best to just check this out and then we can talk about it in the discussion afterwards. So with that being said, let's hop right into Batman Caped Crusader Episode 5. If you guys are interested in signing up to my Patreon, you'll be able to take advantage of ad-free content, 3 to 4 weeks early access to all reactions, which for the middle tier and above can include the full-length watch-along reactions. Those that subscribe to the highest tier will also be supporting my game and animation studio, Little Grim Entertainment. You'll have access to a sneak peek look at all of our upcoming games and animated shows.
Wait, listen. Okay, what if we split the money, huh? The sun always shines after the storm.
What the?
Insolent peasant, unhand me! I am
This
your
guy.
king, and you will do as I say.
Fletcher Deming.
The real estate baron.
Now he's locked up in Arkham.
Arkham? He can afford better treatment than that.
No. Apparently a few weeks ago he donated his entire fortune to charity.
He always seemed
Wow.
like such a selfish man. Perhaps I was wrong.
You weren't.
You weren't. He was selfish.
I'll give everything away. Everything.
Tickle torture?
Is that a promise?
On my life. On my life, I promise.
I don't believe you.
No.
That was a very odd way of torture.
Sometimes I just feel so hopeless about this city, like it's past the point of saving.
You've got to learn to laugh it off. You would not believe the things I hear in my sessions, Barbie. All the greed and corruption and inhumanity my patients spew.
And laughing helps.
That and...
Saw you two outside. Mind if I join? I'm worried about your dad. Ever since the mayor put Flass and Bullock in charge of the task force, it's like he's trying to prove something.
So they're just in charge of the task force? Does that mean they're not commissioner? He's still the commissioner? I don't know.
Look, Renee, my dad's the strongest man I know. He'll be okay.
Keep your chin up, Barbie. Gotham needs you. I think we should have dinner. How's tomorrow night?
Yeah. I can make that work.
Good. Then it's a date.
Like, is she interested in her? Or interested in her? You know what I mean? Like, romantically or as a subject? Okay. That's not normal.
Come out with your hands up! He's not here!
That's time.
I gotta say, Doc, I don't know what kind of magic you work, but these sessions, they are really helping.
I'm glad you feel that way. But I don't.
Hey,
The hell?
I've tried to get you to see the humanity in your employees, in your family, but nothing is getting through.
So it was already there in her. Yeah, it is her.
How's our patient doing this morning?
I can't.
If you're not bleeding, you're not working hard enough. Isn't
Wow.
that what you said to your son?
Piece of...
That's 10,000 more lines, Mr. Morehouse.
I'm not eating that, and you can't make me! I want dessert!
Such a child.
What is this? Where am I?
Welcome to my inpatient facility, Mr. Collins.
He is loose.
The tables have turned, Mr. Collins. Belsky, would you like some dessert?
Yes.
Get
Awkward.
Mr. Collins to give up all his earthly possessions, and you can have all the pudding you want.
I don't have to eat my beans first?
Oh boy. Damn. Pudding. Oh man, that has to be a reference, I should say.
Jorge Campos died 3 years ago penniless. 2 weeks before his death, he donated everything he owned to women's shelters across the city. Who would be able to convince some of Gotham's greediest men to give away all their worldly possessions?
Maybe their psychiatrist.
Is he gonna go back to psychiatry?
Mr. Deming, I'm Barbara Gordon. I've been appointed by the court to represent you.
Can you help me get out of here? Everyone in this place is crazy. I'm a pharaoh.
Okay. I think we better get an independent psych evaluation before we put you in front of a judge.
Yeah.
I have a friend, Dr. Harleen Quinzel, who'd probably do it for...
Harley,
Oh boy.
her name feels so good in my mouth.
That's weird. Oh no.
Mr. Deming, wait!
Runner! Lock down! Lock down!
Stop!
Oh no. Oh no. Nope. 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 No.
You okay?
I'm fine, just restrain him. Tell me her name. Harleen, do you know a man named Fletcher Deming?
Name sounds familiar. Why do you ask?
He's a new client, needs a psych eval, but he seemed to recognize your name.
Well, I don't know why that would be. I don't know him personally.
It's just it's different. I like the original story so much. This is interesting.
Something on your mind?
I can't even say it. What do you do when the evidence is pointing you in a direction you don't want to look?
The truth is always better than the alternative. At least then you can do something about it.
What the hell?
She's gonna walk in soon, isn't she? Uh-oh.
Lied right to my face.
Where you going, Barbara?
May I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for the owner, William Hastings.
I am William Hastings.
Sure you are.
Listen, Mr. Hastings. My client is suffering, psychologically. I checked your office and nobody's seen you in months, so I was worried that...
This is a wild invasion of privacy. I demand you leave the property immediately.
Yeah. You should probably check into that.
What do you think you're doing? Why are you trying to break into William Hastings' house?
Why are you?
I think Dr. Quinzel is brainwashing some of her patients. Go back to the city. I'll handle Quinzel.
Wait! That is not fair!
Next time, maybe I'll take you to the skating rink and I'll let you call them whatever you want.
Next time, huh? Guess I'm doing okay then.
There's a call for Dr. Quinzel.
From the wire. Is it just running across the entire restaurant?
I'm sorry. There's an emergency with the patient.
Oh.
Tell you what, meet me later at Hopper's on Wilson and Lowry.
So sad. Getting into someone that's about to hurt you right away.
Where is he?
The playpen, ma'am.
I knew you'd come for me. I knew it when I profiled you for the police. I'm your type. Whoever nabs Batman will make me very happy, and whoever doesn't is dead.
Wow. She broke that one guy really fast. Okay, well, that face. I mean, it seems like he would try to run at this point, though. We can't take this fight seriously. Uh-oh. Trapped.
Look, I don't want to kill you, but I need to give myself a head start so your hero complex doesn't bite me in the hiney.
What's that for?
You've got a few minutes to figure your way out before the house blows.
Quinzel!
Oh, wow.
Oh my god. Batman!
She gonna look under the mask? You are running out of time, girl.
Are you going to Miss Gotham, ma'am?
Just drive.
Oh, she's planning on leaving complete. Oh.
Turn the car around.
But...
Now!
We gotta go, Barbie. This place is gonna blow.
Harleen, what have you done?
I'll answer all your questions later, but we gotta go, now!
We're not leaving without him.
Wow.
You damaged it.
Interesting that she came back for oh boy.
No! Come on!
She does care about Barbara. That's crazy.
Let me go, Barbie.
Wow.
I'm not going to prison or Arkham.
Guess if you have to choose.
Your friendship with Dr. Quinzel made you reckless. You should have left when
Shut up. Just shut up.
Oh.
I have to go.
Yeah, I know.
Aww.
Hello?
Hey, Renee, it's me. I'm sorry I couldn't make it. I've gotta leave town
she called. That's conflicting, man. She's a conflicting character. Alright, guys, so we just watched episode 5 of Batman Caped Crusader, and I gotta admit, when the episode started, I was a little disappointed in the direction they were going with Harley, because I think the entire thing about her being a good therapist and or psychiatrist and wanting to help people, and the idea of Joker being the catalyst to what actually drove her insane, it's such a powerful way to showcase Joker's real insanity as a villain and how dangerous he actually is to people. And I like that idea that somebody that maybe has some insecurities herself, like Harley Quinn, and this desire to help people can be twisted in a way. And that's what Joker did with her. It twisted her. Now, with that being said, if I had my way and I wrote this story, what I would have loved to see, I really actually like what they did with this version of Harley Quinn, where she's approaching everything she's doing. You know, she's doing bad things. She's torturing people, and it's not okay. She's definitely having her own brand of justice, and I would have loved to see that, but still have that backstory of the Joker, where she was this psychiatrist, and then the Joker just twisted her mind to the point where she felt like now this is the way to approach helping people, right? Maybe she gets free of the Joker at some point, and she decides to take it on herself. He's messed with her so much that, she gets away from being his sidekick. Like, maybe cut that out, right? So she's not just his ongoing, just always into him kind of thing. And they have a brief interaction, and well, not brief interaction, but, a long-lasting interaction to the point where it molds her and shapes her as a psychiatrist, to the point where now she feels the only way to do good by her patients and to help the world is to root out people like the Joker that are selfish and these types of people. And that's why she resorts to what she's doing in this episode. Like, that would be really interesting to see the Joker kind of affect her in that way. And that would take some build up, right? That would take getting to know her character a bit, introducing her early on, like in this first season, but maybe in the second season, really tackling her fall to be this Harley Quinn that we're seeing now. So I don't like that her motivation was already just inherently there. I would have loved to see more of a sort of gradual fall from a good, well-meaning psychiatrist that actually does just want to help people and do good to what she is in this episode. Like, that would have been a really cool transition. That didn't happen. Let's focus on what is currently here. And like I said, I really love that they are not just making Harley Quinn this sidekick to the Joker, and she's obviously a little unhinged in the way she's approaching things, but she's doing it because she feels like this is the best way. Not totally dissimilar from Batman, mind you. She's doing this because it's her way of rooting out the evil that is in Gotham, that she hears all the time as a psychiatrist. She hears these people and their deepest, darkest fantasies and secrets, and she just realizes how much evil is in Gotham, and it's pushed her to this point where she feels like this is the only way to solve this problem. Now, stripping people of their rights and their freedoms is not the best way to go about it. She's such a conflicting character in this, and I loved it because, she saw that, and what really gave that away was she was torturing these guys, and she didn't care if they killed Batman, and she even threatened to kill them if they didn't kill Batman. But when it came to people she cared about, like Barbara, she saw Barbara's car there. She didn't bother putting on the mask when she ran back in there. She knew the building was about to explode, and yet she went in there anyways to save Barbara. That was her only goal. She wasn't trying to stop her from freeing Batman. She even agreed to help release Batman so that Barbara would leave. It just shows that at her core, she has a heart and cares for the people that she loves to an extreme. And I love that about her. And I love that they showed that about Harley, because it makes her much more multi-dimensional than the Harley Quinn that we've gotten before. Yeah, I really, really love that. My like I said, my biggest complaint, I guess, is I wish they had found a way to incorporate the Joker storyline and how he affected Harley into this whole story, then have the Harley Quinn that we got from this episode. I think in terms of a character and how great it was to see this version of Harley Quinn, I would put it at a 9. And if they had introduced that version of the Joker, like I said, adding that story element to introduce her, that would have put it at a 10 for me, or even higher. It was really well done. And like I said, while I was initially a little disappointed that they weren't going with the Joker storyline for her, and she was just already had those tendencies that she has, I do think they did a great job in the changes that they made for Harley Quinn herself. Kudos to Bruce Timm. I'm sure he was really paying close attention, like I mentioned in the introduction, to Harley Quinn and making sure that they don't ruin his character. Because it's his character, his baby. She's was 100%, his and Paul Dini, I believe's creation. So he had to hold her really close to heart and make sure they did her justice. And I think they did. I think they did really good by Harley Quinn. I just, like I said, wish they had introduced that backstory a little bit more. And it does make me wonder what the hell is going to happen with the Joker. Are they going to bring him in? They might not bring him into the season. Maybe that's something they're keeping close to their chest for a later season. I don't know. Maybe we've already seen a character that could be the Joker later on, and I just haven't noticed. That would be really cool if they are slowly introducing the Joker and we're just not realizing it until the next season. But who knows? We'll see what happens. But it was a great episode, and the ending was just fantastic. I loved seeing Barbara grabbing onto Harley and Harley telling her to let go. Harley didn't know she was going to survive that. So it just showcased Harley really did care for Barbara. And the fact that she called Detective Montoya after everything that had happened and apologized for missing their date, that, obviously Detective Montoya is going to hear about what happened, and she's going to know that Harley's not the most stable, sane person because she's doing what she was doing. But at the same time, it was so sweet that she called to be like, hey, some stuff happened. I'm not going to be able to make our date. Sorry about that. I'll catch you next time, right? It's just, I don't know. I really like the character. That's such a conflicting feeling. And that makes a good villain, quote unquote. She's one of those villains that it's just you understand her and it's hard to hate her. Because at the end of the day, she cares for people a lot. And all she wants to do is root out the terrible evil that exists in Gotham. And her methods are, albeit extreme, and definitely not the way you should approach it. But at the end of the day, you can see that her heart is in the right place at the very least, So, I don't know. She's a very conflicting character, and I love it. I'm here for it. Yeah, guys, I'm curious to know how you guys felt about the whole Harley Quinn storyline. Do you feel the same way? And, those of you that are familiar with the original sort of Joker, how he sort of transformed her to become Harley Quinn, what are your thoughts on the matter? Do you wish they had kept that in? Or, not completely, maybe, like I said, I am thrilled that they sort of replaced the sidekick version of Harley Quinn that was always just following the Joker and gaga over him no matter what, with this version that's a lot more independent and doing things for her own beliefs. But I also would have liked to see the Joker have a huge influence on her turning into that in the future. Would you guys have liked that as well? Or do you disagree? Do you like the fact that she kind of had her own motivations from the start, even if it means like she's just kind of a loose cannon on her own, right? Without any kind of influence. And I think that was always the point of Harley. I think she always had maybe some tendencies there that the Joker just brought out. It's hard to say. And that's what makes that so interesting. And like I said, I would have loved to see that fleshed out and observe that gradual change. Would have been really fun. But yeah, no, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And also, guys, if you enjoyed the content today, please like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. It'll really help me out. I'm still a pretty new channel, only been doing this about a month, so it will really help me grow and gain visibility out there in the YouTube space. And also check out my Patreon page. There's a lot of great perks there. Things like ad-free content, full watch-along reactions to everything I watch, including this Batman series. I'm also about 3 weeks ahead on all the shows that I watch. So if you want to catch up, you can do that on Patreon. And with all that said, guys, really loved the episode. It was a lot of fun. Can't wait for the next one. And I'll see you guys in the next reaction.